Heyo, Helix here. Back with part 2. Didn't do the video yesterday because the server was just having so many problems I just couldn't get anything done. So I just spent the time, spending what little time I did get to play, goofing off on my sorceress. Hopefully the server will behave today. Well, after this stuff with the first video, I spent a little bit of time getting to 5 while I could, and as you can see, I got the first quest available, and while I was at it, I got to 6, so I was able to put on some stuff. But I got the basically got my person set up, so get this story part out of the way, and like I said, hopefully the game will cooperate. Let's see where I need to go. Apparently right over there.
You know, I've never even seen Red Guard. Hello.
Let's see here. You are over there. Sorry for not talking, but my brain's a little foggy today. I think I've been trying to get sick again. Like, all day I've been feeling like exhausted and stuff, and my brain just keeps spacing out. But it's not really a big deal at the moment. It's just mostly my brain being foggy. Other than the server being screwy though yesterday, I was also not really up to doing anything too special because my cat decided to cut my hand, and although it wasn't that bad, excuse me, I'll try to kill myself. I felt it would be wouldn't be a good idea to try to get invested in anything in particular, just in case, because it's like right on the bend to my thumb, and it was bleeding pretty bad initially, but it apparently wasn't as bad as it looked. But I didn't want to do anything that would risk opening the cut up or anything, so I just more tried to casually do things on the game. I've also decided that despite my habit, I'm going to try to actually go through the various text things with the people talking with these story parts, since the story would be the one part where what they say is really important, because a lot of people, you know, like to pay attention to the story. Oh boy, I discovered the Harborage. Actually kind of annoyed with this a little bit though.
I hear familiar footfalls. Come closer, Vestige.
Indeed. Because there's nothing to fight in here. It's just this guy, so why the hell do we have to walk all the way? It's worse with the, I'm probably going to butcher this name, the Altmere Dominion, because they make you walk through that long-ass winding path that, like I said, is just pointless. You can wait a moment. I know there was another... Wait, can I search that? No, of course not. Do a quick skim real quick for pots and stuff. Because like I said, I like to search those for ingredients and oh, what a tease. Ingredients and such. And backpacks. Don't really need that, but I'll take it to get rid of. I have decided I will mess with the blacksmithing with this character, but that'll be something that I mostly do off screen, so that way y'all don't have to watch any grinding involved with that. Because I want to at least be able to make my armor and stuff and keep it up to date without having to rely on the game's crap. Alright, let this guy talk.
Welcome to the Harborage, Vestige. This is as comfortable a home as an old dried-up husk like myself could hope for. Despite my blindness, nay, because of it, my other senses seem to have heightened. This place had the right smell about it.
That's a really concerning critique for finding a home. Does it smell nice? What kind of places have you lived in where a dank-ass cave is a nice smelling place to you? That's concerning. When you first appeared to me in Cold Harbor, you spoke of my destiny.
Indeed, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Without an understanding of where we are bound, every road will get us nowhere. Before we truly understand our destination, we must speak of the past.
I hate history.
Of a sort. I invite you to enter my mind and walk with me through visions of the past, that you might understand the events that brought us to this time, this moment. Enter
See, this
my
is another
mind,
thing I
Vestige,
hate about
and walk with me through the shadows of past events.
this part. Does he have to walk so slow? Like, okay.
Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis.
Like, okay, follow the prophet. Okay, see, the thing
My
is...
part in the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life.
I gotta follow him.
The Moth Priests
Would you quit
took
interrupting
pity
me?
upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death.
All the way over there. But he walks this fucking slow. Like,
It
is
was
this
there
really...
I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study.
Is this really necessary?
The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world.
If I just kind of casually walk over here and take this. Oh. Talk to the prophet.
The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them.
What does that have to do with me? Good question.
I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions.
Who are the Five Companions?
The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the Dragon God, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn.
Dragonborn?
The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City.
Who was this?
Baron Aquilarius, the son of Colovian Duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Baron was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition.
Go on.
You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the Five Companions yourself and witnessed their fate.
Couldn't I have just done that from the start? Actually, one of the things I thought about too was...
Lyris Titanborn, daughter of
interrupting me.
giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abner Tharn, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahan, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Varen Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Mannimarco, the traitor, the King of Worms, a powerful necromancer, and your executioner.
Take a look at these people real quick. I want his sword. And your staff. Talk to this dude.
These were the 5 companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings.
How could the Amulet of Kings turn Varen into one of the Dragonborn?
Mannimarco convinced Varen that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Varen as one of the Dragonborn.
Why did Varen want to be Dragonborn? That's also a good question.
By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Varen conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender.
Well, that's odd. I don't recall becoming a king in Skyrim. Oh god, I'm gonna butcher this name too. Tell me about Mannimarco.
Mannimarco the traitor, the great enemy, the
right?
most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Varen to perform the ritual you are about to witness.
What happened when
Disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
So far, this part of the story is like my lead.
The Dragonfire Brazier. Mannimarco, you certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of
favorite
Kings
part of
will
the story,
rekindle the
because
dragon
all it is
fires
just
and
all this
ensure your
talking
rightful place as Emperor. You have
that I
my
can't
word.
skip.
It better work, Mannimarco, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
Now see, I don't understand why anyone would have trusted a guy who looks like that in the first place.
You will
This
pay
looks
for
like
your
he's gonna trade the
sacrilege.
crap out of
The
him.
veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Mannimarco, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Moloch Bal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
And here comes the blinding light. Asshole's trying to blind me too.
The ritual tore the veil between Nairn and Oblivion, allowing Mannimarco to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the Dark Anchors and initiate the plane melt.
What went wrong?
Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nan. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra.
Spaced out for a second there. What happened next?
Manamako tricked Varen into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nan was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Molag Bal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nan from their hosts.
What happened to the other companions?
Varen was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Leris was captured by Manamako and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Molag Bal.
Oh, God. What about Abner Tharn and Manamako?
Tharn remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Clivio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Manamako and his worm cult. When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Manamako got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me.
Lovely. They saw you as a threat? Gee, I wonder why.
The truth is always a threat to evil men. Manamako feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nan's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Molag Bal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me.
Do I have to? Can't you just, like, teleport to where I need to go?
Long ago it was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of Oblivion. But the Soul Burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Molag Bal the opportunity he desired.
I swear they made
Molag Bal's dark anchors pierced the torn veil.
I swear they made this
Seemed to
entire
draw
part
men
control
into
people.
the depths of
Just
Cold
because how much of a pain
These
it is.
terrible engines of destruction have been appearing all throughout Tamriel.
Oh, look, an anchor. Pretty much one of my favorite things to do is to explore an area and look for those anchors. Quick and easy ways to get good gear.
If the Lord of Brutality and Domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible plane meld. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity.
Cool. Can I leave now?
And so it falls to us, Vistage. We must stop Molag Bal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the harborage?
Yes, yes, please. I'm ready to go back.
As you say. And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now.
You've given me a lot to think about.
And there is so much to do. But know this, you will not walk this path alone.
And yet I walk this path alone. So what's our next move?
We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met.
Now how the heck would I just automatically know that? There was like 5 people there. Lyris Titanborn?
Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time.
What should I do in the meantime?
Minamako's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents, wherever they can be found, and expose their lies.
Sir, yes, sir. I'll do what I can.
Forgive me. Bringing you to my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vistage.
Will do. Okay, so by completing that, I got a little bit of money, a ring, and a skill point. That's one thing I like about the story, is after each part of the story, you definitely get a skill point. So, if you're ever in need of a skill point and don't feel like gaining a level, just go do part of the story. Complete quest. I still believe that first part's kind of completely unnecessary because he can literally just tell you, hey, there's some assholes, there's some asshole who tricked the king, blah blah blah. You know, it's completely unnecessary to make you sit through all that. But whatever. Let's take a look at that ring. Magic recovery and increases maximum magic. That'd be good for now. You know, it seems like with a Dragon Knight, even though it's a warrior type character, you rely on magic. Not too happy about that, but at least it means I have more stamina for guarding and attacks and shit like that. Alright, well, that'll do it for this part. So, try and get my level up so I can get the next story part, and I'll see you then. So, see you later. Bye!